因为我要把它分几段，否则太长。Okay, now let's see. Okay, I have this bamboo container. This is the first time use, never used before. I load those good material, fine processed Moxa velvet into it before, okay? And I press it hard to make it firm. And I also loaded this into this. So I want to compare this and this, different between this and this. Okay? It's preloaded. I'm gonna clean the ash from last burn. I squeeze it, I push it, let the surface come flat as the edge. I light it first, I light it. Also, I want to mention, there's many different kind of lighters. The torch is the best. You're not going to use the regular lighter. It take a long time. Torch, it's called a torch.
How do you
jet.
get it? Where do you get it?
Oh, you can get it from Walmart online. There's a lot online. I get it from online, and you can get it from smoke shop. A smoke shop. I know, I never pay attention to introduce this kind of lighter to people because I thought everybody knows. Because when I'm younger, even now, sometimes I smoke. So for a smoker, I mean, you know everything. But most of the people, I never know people don't know this kind of torch, lighter. So I would ask, how do I light it like yours? I say, just buy a lighter. They say, but what kind of lighter is it? I say, you don't know lighters? You see, this is the pre-burned before. That's why the surface is chocolarized. So when I light it again, it didn't produce a lot of smoke. The great things of this tool, this tool is it hold the biggest surface of the Moxa, greater than this, but it controls the smoke. You see that? So simple idea, no metals, right? No metals, nothing unnatural, all natural stuff, and it control the smoke. You see, barely have smoke, but it has all the remedy, This is the first time light. When you first light, I used to tell people light outside because the first one before it's chocolarized the surface, it smokes. You'll see it smokes. Now remember, this is a fine process. This is a low process. At the beginning, this is gonna smoke, but later, this smoke will much less than this. Even you barely see this, but this smoke even less than this. But the smoke is not my point. My point is I want to feel what difference of these two qualities heat. You can definitely feel the difference of the heat. Yeah. This fine process produces gentle, soft, deep penetration heat. This produces good heat too, but compared to this, it's less gentle. But the advantage is for people who has very severe cold, they want to heat it badly, you can use this. It actually save your cost because this could be 5 to 10 times expensive than this. Okay, so but this produces much less heat and much gentle, so much easier and much safe to use. So if I recommend people do it at home, I will let them buy this kind of Moxa velvet. This is more like a professional. I know how to play with it. This is like more easy. Less smoke, less fragrance. Less everything. Let the put away. Later, your palm can tell you the difference. So this kind of heat is gentle. It's good for treat young people. Often come back, often return patients. 就是常常需要治疗的 often return patients and old peoples, weak peoples. Because those peoples, they can't take too big. When I'm beginning my practice of masturbation, I thought heat is the best. So I give a lot of heat. later I realized no, the essence of the treatment is not the heat. The heat is just to help you to open the channel. The essence of the treatment is energy. Is energy from this herb, like a ceremony. A life burned, turn to another energy, right? It turn to smoke surround you. It turn to heat, produce your energy. You can cook it with it, right? So it's like a sacrifice. So later I realized the core of the treatment masturbation is a sacrifice, is a contribution. It is not the heat, because nothing greater than gas. You know, you can use gas. It's a lot of heat. You know, so later I don't use that much big heat. I use low heat because low heat give the patient more time to deal with it. If you use too much heat, the patient will suddenly protect himself. You know, tense. But if you low heat, even sometimes it's not easy to noticeable. This patient slowly falling asleep. So almost every time I treat my patient, they fall in sleep. They fall in deep sleep, and this kind of sleep is the best time to heal your body. Like at nighttime. Okay, I want to show you is how acupuncture or masturbation help people. The secret is it puts you into a sleeping stage. Nighttime is very important for us to rejuvenate. If someone has insomnia, you can heal your body. Sometimes when we give herbs, we tell them, drink this herb before sleep. We want the herb to treat them when they will sleep. And when my patient come to me, lay on the bed, I put out acupuncture and I put a masturbation, they're gonna go sleep. And even just 30 minutes, when they wake up, they feel recharged. Because I know the sleep is so valuable to them, you know, because they don't have time to rest, to recharge energy. So sleep is very important. If you put it very hot, they're not gonna handle it. Oh, what time is it? You know. So, but for low heat, the body opens. It's still early to tell, but later after this burn and this, so you can see it's.
So this one is on, but there's hardly any smoke, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
It has smoke, but very little compared to burn this directly. But to burn this, oh my God, you know. But they burn this better. Burn this perfect, but no remedy.
The smoke is here. Do you put this on the body?
No, you put this. There's many ways you can do this. You can use a stand like a rack. You can sit like this. Sit like this. Find a posture. I have a picture. I'm going to show the camera first. I have a picture of different way to use it. Right? You can pass by. And I also can use this as a wandering movement, like a movement. Similar to that. Yeah. Yes, question.
Is there a direction that works best?
Yes.
Yes. Towards the body?
Exactly. That's the Moxa skill. So at the first I talk about the material and the tools. Later I will focus on how to do it right. Very good question. So different way of doing, result different. Okay, totally different. Okay. So we basically use the heat as a weapon, as a tool, to send the energy, manipulate the meridians, manipulate the points, and your wish, your intention into it. So it's a multi-dimensional stuff, not only the heat. Yeah, good question. Now this is one of the tools. Hi, this is my best. It's a bamboo steamer. Look, I've been using this for about half years. This is the bamboo grade inside, right? It never burns. You will think you put something fire, right, into a non-metal grade, right? It's gonna burn off, right? But look at this. I've been using this for long time. It never burned. Why? Same thing to this. Because the fire is amber. The amber fire produces long wave heat, deeper penetration without burn materials. That's a secret of why I can find out something not metal to use. So I'm so excited to share all of you. This is the, you know, okay. I'm not the only one discover. I learn from others. Someone enlightened me, you know, and later I use different tools. See, very cute, right? Let's smoke. If I don't want it has smoke, I will cover another fiber. No smoke, almost no smoke. But this kind of burn I call the semi-closed burn, right? It's closed, right? This actually a low oxygen burn because there's no too much air into it. It require this kind of quality Moxa because only fine processed Moxa can give you low oxygen burn, amber burn. This it's gonna turn off by itself. Okay, so if you want to do smokeless real Moxa burn without smoke, you have to use the fine processed Moxa velvet because they can have a longer burn, a good burn. The reason why is purity. Let's say if this is a molecule, this is a molecule. We have two, both are round, same shape. When this burn, it synchronizes this, like a like a what it called? What is it called?
Domino.
Domino. Yeah, domino. Yeah. But if you put this, you put a chunky stuff in between. When this burn, it has to go through the chunky stuff, right? Impurity. Then burn this. So pure, less oxygen because it's like a domino effect. You know. Okay. I also have another tools that can help produce smokeless. Is this kind of it's a bamboo again. This originally used for this. You know how they do this? You know how they do this? Okay. What they do is, if you bring this into this all kind of natural stuff gonna burn by this, right? So you will put a padding, a kind of isolating stuff, like a media, you know. Usually those are gingers. So you're gonna chop gingers, put about half of the ball, then put on this to burn. But as I said, you solve the problem of burn this, right? You give the cushion, right? But the smoke is still big, right? But what they used to do is they burn this outside. About 10 minutes, it become 100% chocolate from inside outside. So it doesn't produce many heat, very little smoke, very little smoke. And the heat is very gentle because the big fire is gone. Then they put it back on the body. You guys understand what I say? Yeah. But I discovered a better way. You don't even burn outside. I put a nail inside. I put a nail inside. I take some rolled Moxa because the rolled Moxa controlled it don't burn all the way. I stick into it. I put it back into the bag. This actually come off from the bottle, but that's okay. And I add another one. Why I add another one? Do you guys know why I add another one? Let me light it. Why I add another one?
To diffuse And make it more gentle.
Correct. If I don't use this way, the bag gonna collapse. It's gonna be set fire on bag. Then number one. Number two, it doesn't hold the space, allowing the oxygen content. Number three, by adding this, it adding a chimney effect. The chimney effect actually gonna let the smoke circle like this. So it gives the body more, better, deeper energy penetration. So same when you burn muscle, the heat can be very flat, or the heat can be like a chimney. So we want the chimney kind of heat, low temperature, but I go deep, circles. So I add another layer. It's gonna be a long tube inside, right? 2 piece. The top part, now the smoke comes from the top part, right? I just need to close it. No smoke. Originally I have a rope there, but it's kind of broken. Let me tie it again. The rope was like this. Okay. Very little smoke. I can bring this to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the back with no smoke, with very little smoke. No any office. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but not many office knowing the trick. And this also produces very, very gentle. It won't overburn you, very gentle heat. So I can burn this for 5, 6, 6 without too much smoke. Just by using this. The original use way is this. Okay? But I call the Moxa fishing bag. Okay? The other things is work perfectly also is this. I'll show you guys. This is another invention. A bamboo. Okay. I use this wooden rack. Avoid metal, right? A brick piece. I insert in the nails. Put it inside. Light it. Cover it. Then no smoke. No smoke. Then put in the bag. Or I can put it directly. But directly will become too hot because the bamboo actually give the heat. It takes a while to heat up, okay? This one, if I open a little bit, it's gonna be. Okay, let me turn off the